Hi, Kristen.
Good morning. How are you?
Hey, Dr. Joe.
Good morning.
It's Matthew.
Hey, Dr. Nelson. There.
You didn't know it. That was in the second hand still. It's a second hand working.
Oh. That's cool.
Yeah.
You use that dish.
All right.
No.
Bonjour.
Lincoln.
There's nothing to hear right now. Yeah. Sure.
Hi, Davis and Victoria.
Hey. Hey, Dr. Joe.
Hello.
You could be a photographer and make money, I think.
It's called the iPhone 11 Pro.
Okay, but you're the one pointing it.
Curtis can join us.
We need to share the
That's your spot. If you ask her, I'm sure. Unless you want to move it outside, we'll share it. So move it inside or outside.
50 deadlifts with dumbbells, 50 sit-ups. Hey, you can just step up some of the stairs because you're not old and rickety.
I'm going to do the wood long up. She can do that.
Okay.
The wood,
Yeah. I can use 20 or 15.
there's a box that's 50 per leg or 50 per.
And then-
you switch to either other.
Yeah, you step up with one leg. Step
All
up.
right.
So that's
9:02.
50 single.
Let's get going. I'm going to mute you guys. Good morning. Welcome to
Hold it down.
workout 3 of Support Your Box.
Oh, yeah. Because this is a...
All right. You guys have been muted. If you need to ask a question, feel free to unmute yourself. Let's start off today with some leg swings. Find something that you can grab onto, and we'll just go for some swings and some swipes on each leg. Today we've got a chipper. It's 200 total reps, 50, 50, 50, and 50. You'll do some dumbbell deadlifts, some sit-ups, some box step-ups, and you'll finish off with single dumbbell thrusters. All right. After you've gotten in your swings and some swipes, let's spend about a minute doing some dynamic lizard lunge. I'm gonna, here so that you can see my mat. I'm gonna stand at the top of my mat and bring my foot back, come down into a lizard lunge, tuck your tail down and through your legs and bring those hips forward. Make some circles in your hips. Come to standing and then do the same thing on the other leg. This is like reverse step lunges, but we're making them into lizards. Couple circles into stand and back. All right. Now come to standing. And we'll do the same thing with some inchworms. So big extension overhead, forward fold, walk those hands out. Don't forget the push-up, chest to the ground, elbows close to the rib cage, and walk your hands back to your feet. Keep that back nice and long. Keep it stretched out. We're gonna go for, I don't know, 10 to 15 inchworms. Great. All right, and stay in your next plank position, and we're gonna alternate between plank and downward dog. You're gonna start in the plank and then push your hips high, push your heels low. Hang out in downward dog for 10 seconds-ish before coming back to plank, and then back to downward dog. Pedal your feet out. Focus on pushing your chest to the back of the room. And we'll be here for another 30 seconds or so. After this, you can lay on your stomach with your hands out to the side. And we'll go for 10 scorpions, 5 on each leg. So bring the leg high and cross it over to your other side. Right leg high, all the way over to the left hand, and back. And we'll alternate. Trying to open up the lower back a little bit. Great. And after 10 of these, we'll roll onto our back. Won't come to standing just quite yet. On my back, with my heels driving into the ground, we're gonna go for 10 glute bridges. And I want us to hold at the top for 2-ish seconds. So you'll press through your heels, squeeze your butt, feel the back of your leg super tight, hold, and lower slowly back down to the ground. 9 more of these. Feel your posterior chain, the back of your leg. Feel it working hard. We're warming this up for deadlifts and for thrusters and for those box step ups, really for everything. All right, great. Whenever you finished with these glute bridges, you can extend your legs, and I want us to go for 10 long-legged sit-ups. You can use your hands for momentum. So keeping the legs long, pull yourself up and sit up nice and tall. Don't feel hunched over at the top. Feel like your head is being pulled to the ceiling. Touch the toes and back. After your sit-ups, you can come to standing, and we're gonna get some more leg swings. About 10 on each leg. And after you've gotten some leg swings, you can pull over your box or your chair or whatever it is you're gonna be stepping up onto. And I want us to get in some easy step ups. Place your heel firmly on whatever you're stepping up to and drive all the way to standing. Come back down, alternate feet. I'm stepping onto a small chair right now. During the workout, the 50 deadlifts will be at a solid pace. The idea is that we can find something that we can keep moving at. Same for those sit-ups. They'll actually be pretty quick. They're not strict. You can use momentum and get through those 50 as fast as you can. When we get to the step-ups, it might feel like a trudge, but the idea here is that we don't necessarily want to just sprint for 10 and then have to rest. I'd rather you find a pace that you can stick to for all 50 before finishing off on those thrusters. Find a light set of dumbbells or moderately light, something in the easy range for you. I'm going to. Yeah, Eric.
I've got only 35-pound dumbbell, which is plenty for the thrusters, but for the deadlift, I've got a bar. I can do 50-kilo bar. Is that okay? Or do you stick with
yeah, that'll work great.
Thanks.
Yeah. I just have one heavy 50-pound dumbbell with me. So I'm going to start off by holding it with both hands. And I want us to go for some easy deadlifts. Notice that your back is really rigid at the top and at the bottom. Pull that chest up, lock those shoulder blades into place, and keep your feet balanced in your foot as the weight moves up and down with control. All right, we can set our dumbbell down, and I want us to drop into the bottom of a squat. Hold tension here. Don't let your back collapse. Keep your heels on the ground, pull that chest high. We're gonna launch ourselves up, go for a jump, and a soft land. Hold at the bottom again. We're gonna go for 5 more jump squats, pausing at the bottom. And during the thrusters today, this is the kind of power that we're going for, as though you were going to lift yourself off the ground. Great. Find your ab mat or your towel. I've got a little rolled up towel here. And we'll go for 10 butterfly ab mat sit-ups. Remember, you can use momentum to get you to your toes. I want you to think about sitting straight up at the top. Pull those shoulders ahead of your hips. Hands touch the ground behind you. Hands touch your toes in front of you, each rep. All right. The dumbbells that you were using for your deadlifts just now, grab one of those and we'll take it to the front rack. And I want us to go for some goblet squats. I got my 50. I'll drop to the bottom, pull that chest high. Don't let it sink low. Keep it high, drive through the middle of your foot. Great. Now, after a few of these, find a nice front rack with your dumbbell. And I want us to go for some push presses. You don't have to be single arm yet. Dip and drive. Nice lockout overhead. Great. Before setting it down. Great. I'm gonna pull over something higher that I can step onto. RX today is 24 or 20 inches. Let's get in 10 more alternating step-ups. Andy's got the chair. Looks like Dr. Joe has an ottoman maybe, I don't know. Cool. All right, before we go into some alternating dumbbell thrusters, 50 of these will be really hard. I just want to warn you ahead of time. RX is 50 pound or 35 pound. It's just one dumbbell and you get to alternate as you desire. This will be, it'll be a different sensation than a normal dumbbell thruster because you're just on one side. You're really gonna have to fight to maintain a midline that's strong rather than tilting to one side or the other. I would suggest alternating arms pretty frequently, probably like every 5 reps is what I would do. If I were to do this workout with a 50-pound dumbbell, I'd probably go for 5 reps on the left, 5 reps on the right, and then rest for a couple seconds before picking up my dumbbell again. Grab your light-ish dumbbell and let's hoist it up to the shoulder with a strong back. Call that the power clean, great. Now you might use your off arm for a bit of stabilization here. Plant your feet firmly in the ground and get that elbow nice and high. Slow and controlled, we're gonna drop into the bottom, hold here. Don't let your body do this, twist and all. Come up and press. I'm gonna stand back so you can see me. Great, lower back down the shoulder, drop into the bottom of your squat, drive up, and press overhead. Switch arms. You can do this in front of you or take it back down and clean it. Drop to the bottom. This side feels a little weirder, and drive up.
Oh, yeah.
And set it down. So that'll be tough. That's the last push in the workout. Up until this point, everything is about the same pace. The deadlifts, the sit-ups, and the box step-ups, likely at the same pace. This might slow you down, but I want you to push really hard because this is the last, the last bout of energy. Right. If you want to switch out your weight, go ahead and grab heavier dumbbells for your deadlifts. And we'll go for 10 dumbbell deadlifts. Notice that if your dumbbells are on the outside of your legs, the mobility required is a bit more in the low back. If they're in between your hips, it's less mobility in the mid back, low back. So if this position is easier for you to maintain a rigid neutral spine, then I want you to go in between the legs, like a kettlebell deadlift. Great. And if we increased weight, go ahead and ditch one of those dumbbells, bring it up to the front rack just like Andy, and go for some thrusters, single arm thrusters. Really fight for control at the bottom of your squat. Don't let it collapse just because you have weight in one arm. Keep it all tight and drive to the top. That looks great, Dr. Joe. Lincoln's using a kettlebell. Lincoln, if you want to squat to a box, I think that might be a good solution today. Great. Let's give that a little break and go for a couple more sit-ups and a couple more step-ups. Notice your pace. See what it feels like to count rhythmically while you do this. Excellent. Cool. It's 9:23. I'm going to go ahead and unmute you guys. Yeah, Lincoln.
Are the sit-ups strict, or can we kip a little bit?
Nope, you can use as much momentum as you'd like.
Matthew,
Yeah.
we're sharing an ab mat. Should we swap the abs and box step ups, or?
Yeah, if you're sharing an ab mat, go for it.
Cool.
She's long-legged or short-legged?
Butterfly.
Butterfly.
So your legs, butterfly, your heels are together.
Eric, how does the barbell feel for you?
Which kind are we doing the rear? Good.
It's good.
Butterfly.
50
Okay.
kilos.
Great. That's RX-ish. That's a little bit over RX.
I don't mind a deadlift, but the thrusters 35 is plenty.
Keep that chest high during it. I know at like around rep 35 probably, there's gonna be the temptation to curl over and just start doing this. Keep the shoulders back and the chest high.
People use that on there. Okay, it doesn't give you a number on your.
Great. How do we feel with weights? Thumbs up if you feel okay with your weight.
The upper red.
No, it's recording.
Awesome. Kristen, you guys all good?
Yeah, we have enough things. Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
You deliver.
Before we take our bathroom break, I'd like us to do 5 of everything. 5 dumbbell deadlifts, 5 sit-ups, 5 box step-ups, and 5 thrusters. You can alternate as you want. So just gonna watch this. On these deadlifts, we're gonna wanna take it somewhat well-paced. You don't wanna speed through them too much and tire yourself out for everything else. After deadlifts come some sit-ups, and then the box step-ups, and then the thrusters. And again, on these sit-ups, come up nice and tall, no curling over into ourselves. Great. All right. It's 9:26 right now. Let's take a couple minutes to go to the restroom or get some water if you need. Find something that you can use as a timer just in case you can't see my phone. And something to record if you feel like you're gonna forget what rep you're on. 50 is somewhere in between a lot of reps.
Just do 50, 50, 50, 50.
Just 50, 50, 50, 50.
I'm gonna go light and just go for
Just one time. Yeah. This Saturday.
no break.
Just a couple. 25 a leg, 25.
Yeah, but I alternate every
I'm
other.
just asking you.
In this bill, I would do 5 on one arm and 5 on the other.
Hi, Dr. Joe.
Hello.
Hi, everybody else.
Hi, Maria.
Hi, Maria.
Hi, Maria.
I'm behind the camera, but doing it with you guys.
Well, it is.
What size dumbbell, Maria?
I only have 20s.
Me too. Well,
Okay.
I don't want to use them.
I think those thrusters are going to get a little bit difficult after all the push pressing yesterday,
Yeah.
but it's okay.
Okay.
No, I'm using that.
It's like, okay. Huh?
25.
There you go. What is it?
Hey, Matthew,
Yeah, who we got?
Andy.
Hey, Andy.
After you mute everybody, I'm going to go run and turn on some music for this one since it's a chipper.
All right, great stuff.
I didn't want your YouTube to get all deleted though.
All right, no worries.
You can do it, Bill. Why don't you use box?
As I see people entering into the thrusters, I'll start to hold up my my clock for you guys to.
So I'm gonna leave mine. I just turned the screen saver thing off. I'll leave that running.
That would be marvelous.
You got it.
Just remember to highlight yourself.
I will do that.
Okay, do it.
All right. I think we've got everybody here. Is Kristen's crew there?
Yeah, we're here.
Edwin's there. All right. We've got everybody. Thumbs up if you're ready to go.
Victoria's coming back real quick.
All right, we're waiting on Victoria.
You
Thank
can
you, Chandra.
Is the timer start?
I don't use them. I don't use them.
And we.
All right. I've got my stopwatch ready.
My clock's going, and you look at your time when you finish.
Find your 2 dumbbells that you'll use for deadlift.
Are you muting everybody?
Go ahead. I'll
I will mute everybody. Yep.
I'm gonna need 14 seconds.
And just so we know, there is a 20-minute time cap. I don't know if any of us are going to need it, but if we approach 20 minutes, I will.
Wait.
I'll stop you.
Watching for the
But it has her. Go ahead.
All right.
I'll leave it outside for once.
I'm not worried about being offended.
Nope. All right. I'm unmuting you guys, or I'm muting you guys. I'm starting my stopwatch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. All right. 50 deadlifts. Find this pace. Keep that back rigid. Keep the chest high. Stand up nice and tall. No need to sprint through these. All right, we're all in sync. Rich and Julian, you guys look great. Great, Edwin, nice pace. Dr. Joe, keep that chest high. Keep those shoulder blades back. Great. Awesome, we are 1 minute in. Nice, Andy. And Eric is onto those sit-ups. Sit up nice and tall, Eric. Shoulders past the hip crease. That's it, much better. All right, approaching the 2-minute mark. Keep moving, control the breath. Here we go, Edwin. Great, Dr. Joe. Dig those heels into the ground. Here we go, Edwin. Moving on to the sit-ups. Steady pace, control the breath. And we're on to the step-ups for Dr. Joe. Great pace. Here we go, Tib and Sandra. Quick on those sit-ups. Love it. All right, and Andy's moving to the step-ups. Kristen's crew is approaching the step-ups, it looks like. All right, way to go, Davis. Keep a steady pace on these step-ups. All right, here we go, Edwin. Keep moving. We are approaching the 5-minute mark. All right, Dr. Joe's on those thrusters. Awesome. Keep that hip crease below parallel. Keep that chest high. Here we go. Fight for a solid bottom position at the bottom of the thrusters. Don't collapse at the bottom. Keep it tight. Remember, small sets. Alternate those arms quickly. 5 and 5, maybe. A quick rest and right back into it. Can't see. All right, Lincoln, great stuff. Nice, Dr. Nelson. She's got her barbell. Keep fighting for depth on all these thrusters. We're approaching the 7-minute mark. 6:55. All right, Tib and Sandra are on the thrusters. Maria and my mom are on the thrusters. Here we go, Eric. Keep it tight. Great, Dr. Joe. A little bit more depth. That's it. Nice, Rich. Keep driving through those heels on the thruster. Hips drive the weight up. The weight doesn't leave the shoulders till the butt cheeks are squeezed. $8:15 on the clock. It looks like Eric is done. Keep driving, keep driving. Andy's done, looks like. Eric's done. Dr. Joe might be done. Here we go, Edwin, where are we at? Edwin's on the thrusters. Here we go. Heavy breathing for the last section. Great, Rich. Keep driving.
Morning.
Strong hip drive.
That's 9:29.
9:34 on the clock right now.
Woo, Lincoln with the kettlebell.
Great, much better.
Kid with that crazy big dumbbell.
Keep locking that out, Tib. Great. Great, Lincoln.
Where it stops.
10:11 on the clock. Here we go, Sandra. I can't see anyone in Kristen's crew.
They're causing
10:28.
10:28 for Lincoln.
Oh.
Here we go, Edwin. Come on.
Oh, maybe I should do it like this.
46. Here we go, Sandra. You got it.
Does it make a difference though? I think it goes weird if I do that.
No, that's
well,
good.
no.
Hey, Kristen, that fills the whole screen, Kristen.
Does it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an iPad for once. That's better.
No.
We have
The
a-
other way is better.
We have to go
Oh.
outside.
Well,
Here we go, Edwin. Come on.
Players coming up. You want to hang from the patio or the balcony or from here?
here we go, Edwin.
Edwin's finishing up with push press.
All that boxes out there.
Well, there's a measuring tape. Go measure it. This box is 18 and a half.
Ah,
Here we go, Edwin. You got it.
ah.
All right. And make sure that you type in your score to the chat box.
Nothing the same as yours.
11:51.
11:51. All right. Is that everybody?
Great stuff, Saturday.
Awesome. Maria, what was yours? Mom, what was yours?
Okay.
It's almost 23.
Okay, good.
I don't know how they came up with that number.
If you've got a roller, you can use that right now.
Oh, forgive me.
Figure 4. So we'll be back. Chat. Right ankle over the knee. Out, away from you. Work on breathing through the nose.
I don't know.
And then when you're ready, you can
So Your stretches you want.
Tib RX 955.
You put it down and let them just rock.
Next Tib.
Oh, I'm dead.
Well, maybe go to Whole Foods right now and do your boxing. I'm gonna go to the farmer's market. I'm not gonna stretch right now.
I think
Both those knees super close to your chest and just keep rocking. And then I want us to finish in a bit of child's pose. Toes together on the mat, knees out to the side. We'll push our hips back and pull our arms forward as our head comes closer and closer to the ground.
ça fait difficile.
Create a bunch of space in between your butt and your head. Pull it apart. Get a lot of circulation there. Maybe walk your hands to the left and to the right. Feel the stretch all the way down the sides of your body. Again, focus on nasal breathing here. Deep inhale through the mouth or through the nose, deep exhale through the nose. Count the seconds that it takes you to inhale and count the seconds that it takes you to exhale. Try to get that number higher and higher. Long, slow, deep breath. Big, full exhale. On every exhale, see if you can create more space between your butt and your head. Pull your torso farther and farther apart. And then come up on the all fours. Then right foot, right hand, and pull our chest up. Pull our tailbone down and through. You should feel this in the hip flexor of the leg down. Tighten down the rib cage and keep pushing the hips through. With every exhale, a little bit farther into the street.
Work out with me, man. Keep those gains.
And then we can switch legs. This was the last support your local box workout that CrossFit was distributing. So from now on, for the foreseeable future, our Saturdays will remain. They're just going to be programmed by us now. But this was the last one. If you registered, don't forget to record your score. Don't forget to write your score in your notebook either. Hopefully we've all got those handy. I'm gonna stick on here for a little bit longer, but that is all I've got for you guys. It's 9:50. Good job to everyone. Thank you for reporting your scores. I think I've got almost everybody.
Yeah. Woo, woo.
Thanks, Matthew.
Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you,
Great to see
Matthew.
everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Great work, everybody.
See
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Matthew, is your shoulder deal still on YouTube?
Yeah, it is.
Great. Thank you.
You'll need a lacrosse ball and a roller.
Okay, very good to know. Thank you.
You got it.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Andy.
Hey, Matthew,
Yeah, Lincoln.
where can I find that workout of yours?
If you go onto CrossFit Malibu's YouTube page,
Yeah, okay.
there's a section, like a playlist titled 20-minute mobility WODs.
Great. All right, I'll look there.
Yeah, and there's one from Jordan, one from me, and one from Mike.
Perfect. All right, thanks a lot.
Bye.
Appreciate it.
You got
Bye,
it?
Lincoln. Bye, Lincoln.
Yeah. Hey. Hi.
Hi.
See y'all later.
See
All
you
right,
later.
bye. Thanks, Matthew.
You're welcome, Dr. Nelson. Good to see you.
Yep, absolutely.
See you, Rich.
15
See ya. Thank you.
You got it. See you, Julian.
See you, Matt.